Welcome to a lesson with Dr. Powell. Let's take a look at how we can write this equation of a circle in standard form. So we're going to be working backwards in the way that we were talking about in the last video. Well, first of all, let's think of the goal. We want to get standard form. So something with something squared here, maybe with a y and with an x, and then we have a plus here, and we want to know what goes here and here. Let's think about what goes here and here. Well, first of all, when we square this out, we would have something like x squared plus something times x plus something, right? Well, that means, and that feeds from there, which means why don't we put the x coefficient with the x, or the x term with the x squared term together and bundle them together to start, because they're going to be the result of multiplying this out. So let's bundle those back to kind of get this form again. So x squared minus 2x. Do the same thing for the y's. Plus y squared, because that's y's to do. Okay, y squared plus 4y. And then on the other side, let's just put this -4, let's add 4 to both sides and just put it over there for now. All right, so let's get going with that and see what we can do. Now remember our doubling idea. This is double something in here, this times something. And what we do is we can take -2 and just take 1/2 of it, -1. That's what we get. So this, right, down to here is the replacement that we make. We just take this guy and take 1/2 of it. So it's -1. What about over here? Well, we're going to take, so what we're going to do is we're going to take 1/2 of this guy, which is 2. And so we say have a plus 2 over here. Notice how this is just 1/2 of that. Notice the pluses stay and the negatives stay right there. And we're just taking 1/2 right there. So 1 and 2. So if this is positive, that's positive, negative, that's negative as well. So this is great. We've made these replacements. But in making these replacements, we have to be a little bit careful because this is not equal to that. I mean, if you multiply this out, remember what it was? X squared minus 2x plus 1. Oops. So this is not the same as this. But what have we done to go from here to here? Think about what we've done to go from here to here. Well, remember what this is. It's that, right? So it basically, what we do from here to here is the same thing as we do from here to here. What we've done is we've added 1. Now, if we've added 1 to this side, we've got to add 1 to both sides. Okay. Now, what have we, so making the replacement is like adding 1. Now, what about making this replacement? Well, how did we get this plus 1? Let's think of how we got this plus 1 in this case. What we did is when we have x minus 1 squared, think about it's the same thing as this plus 1, which happens when we FOIL this out, x minus 1 times x minus 1, and it's the last times the last, so that times that, so -1 squared. Basically, it's just that guy squared is what we're adding. So over here, we have 2 squared. That's what we're adding. So to make this replacement means we're adding 4. So over here, we add 4 as well. Notice we have 4 plus 1 plus 4, which happens to be 9, or 3 squared, just as we wanted, and we've successfully worked backwards. So if we were given this equation to begin with, we could convert it to this standard form, and we know how to graph it with a center of radius 3, because that's the square root of 9, so the radius is 3, that's what I meant, and the center is 1, -2. And we've successfully completed the square, which is what this is called, this process, in order to find the standard form for the equation of a circle based upon that one. Thanks for watching.